Quick Crypto, bringing you quick Kaspa news. Notorious content creator and investor Davinci Jeremie is officially bullish on Kaspa. He made some very bullish price predictions on how high he believes Kaspa will reach in this next bull run, but stated some of his worries as well, which I want to highlight in this video alongside some of the recent Kaspa updates. But before I get into it, I just want to quickly thank you once again for returning to this channel every day. Your support means everything, so please give the video a like, share with your friends, and subscribe to keep up to date on the latest Kaspa content. So, firstly, it should go without saying, Davinci Jeremy, he is elite. He is absolutely elite. He is the reason many people started investing in the first place. He was into Bitcoin when it was only $1. He's been doing this since 2007, so over 20 years. So with him talking about and being bullish on Kaspa, this is a huge win for the Kaspa community, and even more reasons for you to start filling your bags. We can hear in this video briefly what he has to say about Kaspa alongside his potential worries for Kaspa in the future, so listen very closely.
That's right, Kaspa coin pumped to 18 cents. So where's it going from here? Well, I really think Kaspa might even do as high as $10 by the end of the bull run. But keep in mind, this is just my personal estimate, and they have to make sure that their blockchain does not do a hard fork. That's the key thing. Honestly, if there's a hard fork, meaning that everyone has to upgrade their software for their node, then that's a problem, because then they're not as secure as Bitcoin. So let's see what happens in the future updates of Kaspa.
So Davinci Jeremy believes that Kaspa could reach as high as $10, so a 50x over that within the next 2 years, which is extremely bullish news for Kaspa. This is sure to bring so much more adoption to the project, but he also highlights the problem with Kaspa being potential hard forks, which we have a response here from one of Kaspa's leading developers and founders, Shai, respectfully disagreeing with his opinion on hard forks. Now, this is quite a large body of text, I understand. I'll summarize it as best as I can, but just pay attention because this is a very eye-opening perspective from someone who is building the future Bitcoin 2.0. So firstly, what is a hard fork? A hard fork is any change to consensus rules. That means that blocks that previously were considered invalid are now considered valid. So for example, increasing the block rates, which Kaspa is going to increase from 1 block to 10 blocks per second, or changing the mining algorithm, or changing the finality window length, changing how blocks mass is calculated, and so on and so forth. They all require hard forks, not to mention if and when Kaspa changes from Ghost DAG to DAG Knight, that is going to require a hard fork. So this is Shai just letting you know that Kaspa are going to be having some hard forks in the future. It is inevitable. He further states that prohibiting hard forks imposes great limitations on what changes can be made, and he also believes that Bitcoin's complete aversion to hard forks is the exception, not the rule, and many, including himself, maintain that this aversion mostly hindered Bitcoin's ability to evolve. So the fact that Bitcoin never had any hard forks, yes, Bitcoin's the godfather, but for that reason, that's why Bitcoin will never evolve, and that's why Bitcoin inevitably will be taken over. But of course, Shai is not an idiot. He understands very greatly there are limitations, there are problems with hard forks, which is why he states, most importantly for you to understand, most importantly he states here, hard forks should be done with great care and should be far apart and roll many updates into a single fork. So the safe, secure and appropriate precautions to be taken are, for one, announce the hard fork a long time in advance, give people a chance to adopt and adapt to this change. Secondly, create a future switch activating the hard fork so it can be changed at a moment's notice if something goes wrong. Thirdly, make sure that all the ecosystem constituents are tested to work well under the new consensus rules and making the switch smoothly. And this also can be done months in advance. If you give them enough warning, everything should be fine. And finally, construct the fork in a way that makes the consistency of the state verifiable across the fork, dispelling concerns for manipulating wallets and supply. The future hard forks for Kaspa are inevitable. Here it is again. He states that Kaspa will be having hard forks. That's just how it goes. But this is not a bad thing either. It's just part of the progress. So depending on how you see this, this could be bad news for Kaspa, I guess, because Davinci Jeremy states that hard forks are bad because Bitcoin never did them. But in the words of Shai, and as he states, many, including himself, maintain that this aversion, the fact that there were no hard forks in Bitcoin, hindered its ability to evolve. And this actually brings me on to my next Kaspa update. As we can see from Kaspa Trader, he finished reviewing Jonathan Sompolinsky's talk at the Kaspa Israel meetup, which is very, very interesting. He got to hear a bit about the genius, humble man that is working on the best crypto ever. The fact that Kaspa's development is many steps beyond solving the trilemma. This is just the beginning. They are many steps beyond Dagnite 100 blocks per second. This is still just the beginning, but this alone will send Kaspa soaring in value to already become the best proof of work project ever. In this talk, Jonathan Sompolinsky gave us a peek into the future of Kaspa, and listen to this, it will be massively disruptive to the crypto and financial industries. What Kaspa are building will change the world as we know it. Some of the features discussed are MEV-resistant smart contracts, which is a huge deal. A solution to the Oracle problem. The Oracle problem, as we can see from Chainlink here, revolves around the very simple limitations that blockchain cannot pull in data from or push data out to any external systems as built-in functionality. As such, blockchains are isolated networks akin to a computer with no internet connection. So what Kaspa are focusing on building right now is effectively to connect blockchains together, for one, to create a network to which everything can connect to one another, which is a very big deal. But that is not all, as they're also planning to make the world's most efficient stablecoin built on Kaspa. And there are other things as well, but this is just a small inkling to how big this project is going to be in the future, to be Bitcoin 2.0, to soar to the moon. So not only will Kaspa be the fastest, most scalable, secure and decentralized cryptocurrency, Kaspa will also be the most usable and fair block-DAG blockchain in the world. Kaspa will be better than what Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana and Chainlink each specialize in and excel in. So with Kaspa aiming to change the world as we know it, continuing to develop more and more, with Davinci Jeremy believing that Kaspa could reach as high as $10 in just the next 2 years in the next bull run, what reason do you have not to invest into Kaspa? Of course, it's not financial advice, but Kaspa has so much potential. It's still heavily undervalued at around 17 cents. Not to mention the fact that Bitcoin, believe it or not, surprisingly, Bitcoin is at $60,000. It's almost at its all-time high. I'll be honest, I don't feel like I'm nearing the peaks of the last bull run, being $69,000. I don't feel like we're in a bull run, but yet Bitcoin's sitting at 60k already. And yes, we're leading up to the bull run, but still very much in a sort of bear market. So with that in mind, how high will Bitcoin go? How high will crypto go? How high do you believe that Kaspa will go? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.